And good morning, evening, afternoon, or whatever time you are viewing this out there in YouTube land. It's your boy S. The lovely lady behind the camera is Mrs. S. And this is S&S Misadventures. And we've got another good one for you today. Food vlog. I said I might have it. I said I might not. I decided to give you guys one. Put it together just the best I can for you. It's not going to be a really long one. We didn't do a whole lot of experiences, but that's what this one is. If you're trying to look for it, if you're wanting that food vlog that I did promise, that is what this one is. It is a food vlog where we went aboard the Virgin Voyages Valiant Lady, and the food venues that we. Okay, so our first venue on board was Test Kitchen. You heard me kind of mention it in some of the earlier vlogs. If you didn't see those, go back and take a look at where we went on our main vlog where we were on the islands and things like that. But we had it pretty much on that first night on board straight up. I'm not sure if that is something that is typically done. I'm not sure if Test Kitchen was on the end, but when we were making our reservations, which we didn't do until we got on board, started making our reservations, and I was a little worried because Test Kitchen was wide open for that first night. Wide open. I was like, oh, maybe that means it's good. Maybe that doesn't mean it's so good. I'm not sure. You know what I'm saying? But I know whenever I was able to make reservations, and I can't remember now whether I did them online or whether I actually went. I'm saying I went. I believe we did our reservations when we got there. But either way, Test Kitchen was up first. Absolutely fantastic experience. I absolutely underestimated it for a first night experience. Clearing your palate, figuring out whether or not, letting Test Kitchen kind of do their thing. I was absolutely impressed with the layout. It's like you're actually going into a test kitchen, as you can kind of see here. It's like you feel like you went behind the galley to a degree and was actually, making your way to a particular seat. But other than that, I mean, we had a fantastic and a fabulous time. It was actually new. It was different. We got a chance. Basically, how they do it is just like some other cruises where you have the chef's kitchen and things of that nature, and it gives the chefs and everything a chance to kind of preview and test out basically some new venues and courses. Whether those courses ever make it all the way through, we don't know. I know everything we had was good, and I can't actually remember all of it off the top of my head. And of course, there's no menu except for the one they give you. And they give you a menu and tell you what you're going to have from that particular standpoint. I don't know if it'd be the same as it was when we went, but I can tell you everything was excellent and awesome. All the food that we ate, it was good. Let's just put it like that. It was actually very, very good. And then you had all these bevy of drinks that we got a chance to get that were all different type of flavors and things like that. They were trying different things. Cinnamon bark, you had flour, you had fruit, and just a bevy of a few other ones.
Fine. That's not gonna work. No, you got it. No, you got it. Cinnamon? Yeah. Cinnamon bar? Okay.
That's fine.
We're gonna see. Actually, I think she's wanting me to do it for her. I gotta be the guinea pig now. Flour. Right? Milky sweet. I kind of like it.
Ones that that was one of the most fun things about it was just that the atmosphere, as you can see, we have the way we were, so where we were sitting was kind of like a porthole behind, but at the same time, as we had came in, if you looked at some of the people in the way they were sitting, like almost up right at, you know what I'm saying, where the chef was cooking their foods and things like that. So I think both atmospheres would have been great. I enjoyed having the porthole atmosphere to the back, even though it was a little tight getting around that corner and kind of getting seated, but I didn't mind that as much, honestly, in truth, when it was all said and done, because everything was so excellently done, so excellently presented, and it was, again, an excellent venue. Definitely something different to kind of set your whole mind up for maybe something different as you started off on your whole food venue, for your Valiant Lady. So check mark from both me, and I am backing up when it comes down to the wife. You know, both of us give that a big, huge thumbs up. So definitely. Okay, so the next pick that we went to was Razzle Dazzle, and that was my pick. It was after a day at sea. They give you a whole day at sea to kind of get acclimated with the ship. Another thing that I actually like that Virgin Voyages does, and then you have your big play up to Scarlet Night, and that was one of the reasons why Razzle Dazzle was a second pick for me. You have those traditional red and white, the signature brand colors for Virgin Voyages, all through Razzle Dazzle. I was looking and got a chance to kind of peek at the menu, and of course looking at other vlogs like you're doing now, and you get a chance to see the food, and you're like, yeah, I think I'm gonna like that, I'll get that, you know what I'm saying? So Razzle Dazzle was my pick. On Scarlet Night, no one would be dressed up, and I had a feeling, and I believe I was right, that it was not the most popular pick because it's not poshy like that. Most folks, and I'm the same way, if I'm gonna go ahead and get dressed up to the nines, I'm gonna want to go to a restaurant that makes me feel like I'm going for the nines. I would recommend the Wake here. From that standpoint, it's a nice fancy steakhouse. From that standpoint, no, it doesn't have the brand colors through it, but it's definitely gonna make you feel posh once you put on all your red, your white, you get laid out, even if you don't do the red and white signature colors. But once you get laid out and dressed nice on, to me, their closest version of like formal night, so to speak, yeah, that's the place to be for me. However, we picked Razzle Dazzle, was wide open, no problems booking it a thing. Again, Test Kitchen, Razzle Dazzle, I think you can get into both of these fairly well and fairly easily. So we got there though, and I gotta say that expectations were bigger than what the reality was. My food, I mean, I just kept it really simple. I got like a ribeye, as you can see here. It's got some nice, green bean type of garnish and stuff on it. It was good. It was solid. It was solid. It was tender. I had no problems with it. It wasn't stellar, but it was solid. And then the wife got like the lamb shank. At first, whatever the reduction is on it was a little different. I don't know if it was a red wine reduction or whatever, and I'm using terms like a chef, like I know what a reduction is, right? I don't know what a reduction is. It's just a sauce. Whatever the sauce was a little different. So the wifey was stuck between that and the Virgin Voyages. They call it a VV fried chicken, Virgin Voyages fried chicken. So the fried chicken is not, I'm telling you, it's not your Aunt Glo and Cousin Lucy's fried chicken. Please stop comparing it to this Louisiana Crunch or whatever this stuff is. Or your down south Atlanta and your Memphis, Tennessee's, you're not going to get it. That is one thing about an on land, you know what I'm saying, with something like that. Now, it can be better at times. I think we caught it on an off night. Maybe that was why he was so keen to bring it to us. maybe at that particular time, on that particular sailing, at those particular times in April or whatever, it wasn't popular. Chefs are human beings, so they still screw things up or get things right. Maybe, maybe. But it was okay. It was okay. It was decent. It was solid. It got us through, and it was definitely better than whatever that sauce was on the lamb shake. So Razzle Dazzle, to sum things up, was solid. It was decent. If you I'm not going to definitely, because especially since our trip was a little bit ago, you're watching this, as soon as you put a YouTube vlog up, it's old. So they've had several more trips and several more feedback, so it's possible that it is much better now than it was then. I would still recommend Razzle Dazzle just for the wait staff. I feel like they'll get you where you want to be at. And if not, you have some fallback places that you can go to. But yeah, I think everything was excellent at Razzle Dazzle. It was good enough. I don't remember what this red and white thing was on the plate here. I'm sorry about it. We didn't cut it open, and I can't remember what it was. But Razzle Dazzle, I would still recommend as a solid, if you can't get something else. Okay, so a real quick note, talking about not being able to get the things that you want to get. I'll say pink agave. This is a pink agave real quick. Was a no. We could not get pink agave. What we could get was gunbei, and that's, as you heard me say in some of the vlog, this was our first day, our stop at Key West. It was the end of the day. That's what we did for dinner. We wound up going to gunbei. I was very, very skeptical. I wanted pink agave, but you couldn't get into it. It couldn't change it. It wasn't available. So it is what it was. My tip, even for right here, right now, is to get pink agave early. However, if gunbei is what you have to substitute pink agave for, do it. Hands down, do it. Gunbei is our number one on this whole list. It's a kind of a Korean hot pot style fueled type of atmosphere. If you've ever been to a Korean hot pot, I had never been before I went to this. So I didn't know what that was all about. A hot stone with whatever this white chicken or pork or whatever this is, that they're cooking on in front, or that you're pretty much cooking in front of you, and everything like that. That whole atmosphere, sitting at the table with people, I was worried about that, but our table mates were excellent. They really were really nice folks from, just on there to have a good time, and that's what it was. It was a good time. My wife wanted me to make sure I bought up the rice. I got one that had kimchi in it, and I'd never had kimchi. Didn't know what kimchi was. Pretty much just like kimchi. It's not something that don't sound like something we do. So, but I got it because we could both get a type of rice. So, got the regular rice. Completely intended to share it with her, but in the end, it was like, hey, you done had enough of this rice with my kimchi, right? So you got your own rice. Get out of my rice. But it was what it was. The food was much better than I thought. Like I said, that meat that I showed a little bit earlier might not have looked appetizing. It was good once it was cut up and put throughout your rice and everything like that. I think we had a little shrimp in there when it came down to it. And this green ice cream on this back end is a pistachio type ice cream that was to clear the palate on the back end, something that is traditional or something to that effect that they told us. Again, to sum this up, if gunbei has to be a replacement for something that you want to do, go to gunbei. Number one, hands down on our list. And that's going to do it, ladies and gentlemen, for this episode of SNS Misadventures. Thank you for watching our food vlog of the Valiant Lady, Virgin Voyages. I told you it wasn't going to be that long. It kind of turned out to be, I think, a little bit longer than I thought. But I appreciate you watching, and always appreciate your time. And if you remember to like and subscribe if you did like the content, and I will continue to try to bring you some of the best videos and everything that I can. Oh, quick shout outs. If the sound quality in this is better, it is due to one of our loyal subscribers sending me a little microphone, a little lapel microphone. That's what I was kind of using in order to tape this. So if the sound quality is improved, even if the sound quality is not improved, thank you to that particular subscriber who did actually send something to me. I was like, wow, Somebody's listening. That's crazy. I know it's five of y'all, but still, I still appreciate it. And thank you very much for the support. Um, Hopefully, the support will be continued, and I will continue to try to bring you the best content that I can here on SNS Adventures. Until next time.